This one might sting, but hear me out. You're a six-figure earner and you say you want to retire early, but you don't have the wealth to show for it. I see what you're doing that's holding you back, and it has nothing to do with the size of your paycheck. Hey, I'm Malika, an investor and a money coach. I help professional Black women invest in the stock market to build wealth, own their time, and most importantly, to live well. I was a single mom, stressed and burnt out. But after learning how to invest myself, I built my portfolio and retired early in my 40s. Now I have the freedom to live abroad and have a better quality of life. It brings me so much joy to help more Black women align their money with the life they envision. If this speaks to you, subscribe to my channel and let's grow together. Most high earning Black women are working harder than ever. You're hustling, you're making the money, you're paying your bills, and you may even be saving, but still, you have no wealth. You don't have enough wealth to be able to retire early and maybe even retire on time. But in this video, I want to share a pattern that I've noticed that's keeping you trapped in a cycle and relying on a paycheck to survive. By the end of this video, you will understand why you're trapped in this cycle and how you can fix it so you can start building wealth. Many of us grew up in households where money felt scarce. Conversations about our finances were often taboo, and being transparent about what we had or didn't have was often paired with shame. Our parents and grandparents didn't trust banks and financial institutions, so we were taught that they weren't safe. And sometimes they weren't even accessible to us. So those generations of systemic barriers meant wealth was hard to build, and sometimes it was even blocked. This history shapes how Black women experience money today. We've inherited the sense of caution, sometimes bordering on fear, especially when it comes to investing and taking financial risk. We've learned to protect, to stretch, make a dollar out of 15 cents. We've learned to survive and to prioritize stability because risk historically carried higher consequences for us. That caution is protective, but it can also hold us back from the wealth that we're fully capable of building now. Recognizing this context and the root of where your fear comes from, it gives you clarity about your relationship with money. Because fear isn't a flaw, it's a signal. And that signal is rooted in generations of experience. Understanding the root of our fear allows you to design strategies so that your money works for you and not against you, while also honoring the wisdom that was passed down to you. So here's how I want to help you reframe fear so that it doesn't keep you from building wealth. First, I want you to recognize it. Recognize that fear around money often shows up as you over researching, as you delaying decisions, as you constantly second guessing yourself when you're trying to make financial decisions. I have several clients who earn more than six figures, and they're literally terrified of making the wrong investing decision. And for Black women, that fear is generational. It's baked in. It's normal. The generations before us faced economic exclusion, discriminatory lending, and had fewer opportunities to grow their wealth safely. And that history, it sends us signals. It tells us to avoid risk, to protect what we have, and to prioritize security over growth. And as a high earner, you often interpret that signal as, I'm not ready, or I need more information. And that's a trap, sis. You can't eliminate fear by working harder or studying more or researching more or earning more. But you can manage the fear by leaning into it and building a system that works while your fear still exists. Because your fear is generational, your paycheck is not going to move the needle if you want to build wealth. You can continue earning and earning and earning, and you still will not build wealth. But when you see fear as a signal and not a flaw, it becomes actionable. That signal tells you where to create safeguards. It tells you where to automate your decisions and where to structure your financial life so that risk is calculated, not paralyzing. And this is how you honor the caution that we've inherited from our ancestors while also evaluating your finances to build and grow your wealth. So, what does that look like in real life? How can you structure your finances so that risk is calculated and fear is managed instead of being paralyzing? As a coach, this is how I help my clients that have fear of investing in the stock market. First thing, name the fear. Be specific about what feels risky and uncertain to you. What's really holding you back from making confident investing decisions? Is it because you don't understand the stock market? Is it because you don't know what to invest in? Is it because you don't know what to do if the stock market crashes? Once you identify the fear and get clear on what's really the source of your fear, then you can set clear guardrails so the fear can't paralyze you, but you acknowledge it and learn to work around it. Those guardrails may mean structuring your investments so that small losses are manageable while the gains continue to compound consistently. It may also mean automating your contributions so that you don't hesitate to invest when you start overthinking. And it may also mean reducing the number of decisions you need to make so that fear doesn't show up at critical moments and derail your progress, such as when the market does crash. And finally, translate the fear into strategy. Recognize that fear is just historical wisdom that's passed down to you. And don't be ashamed of it, but translate it into actionable steps that can grow your wealth in spite of the fear. This could mean diversifying your assets, prioritizing long-term investing so your money can compound, or using tools that allow you to invest consistently without constant emotional labor. I help my clients do all of this by partnering with them to develop a personalized investing action plan. It includes their strategy and an asset allocation based on their personal risk tolerance. They don't have to decide which stocks to choose every single time they want to invest. They don't have to make any decisions when they're emotional because the stock market is down. It's all covered in their personalized investing action plan. So when fear becomes your guide instead of a barrier, you can align your money with your goals. You can stop reacting to anxiety and start building your wealth with clarity. This is the practical alignment that actually moves the needle in spite of the fear. And if you want to make fear work for you instead of against you, start getting clear on where it shows up in your investing decisions. And if you fear making expensive investing mistakes in the stock market, my investor guide will walk you through some of those common mistakes and also show you how to set up your portfolio for long-term growth. The link is in the description, and I'll also put it on the screen. It's moneycoachmalika.com/investor guide. Download the guide and start working on building your portfolio for long-term growth. And just remember that the fear you feel carries generational wisdom. It's a signal, not a flaw, and it shows you how to protect yourself. And when you start applying that insight strategically, your wealth will grow and your money will do the work so you can retire early. And if you're curious about how to stay calm when the stock market fluctuates, check out this video right here. Why I don't fear a stock market crash. It's more about strategy, not emotion, and seeing opportunity where others see risk. I thank you so much for watching. Until next time, besties. Bye for now.